This is from previously we looked at the funnel from the perspective of your sales team or your marketing or your company, which is they go through lead, marketing qualified lead, sales qualified lead, opportunity, and customer. This is from a customer's perspective where they express interest, they become a lead, they're at awareness stage, they're your traffic, they express interest, they go to the second stage, they become a lead, opportunity, and they become a customer. Account-based marketing flips this model, right? So the funnel kind of flips. And what happens is, at the very top, you identify who your customer segment is, right? And then you identify exactly the companies that you're going after. This is a short list. This is not a long list that you put together. You can put together a list of 50, right? And that's probably a good start. You don't want to make it too crazy. Put a list of 50 in place, and you start. Then the second stage, what you do is you expand that list. So who are the decision makers that you're targeting? Who are the main players in those companies, the personas that are going to make a decision? One client that we worked with, they identified that the target market are allied health professionals or practitioners, right? Practices that are in the allied health space. There is an office manager is a persona. So that's how they expand. They say it's office manager. It is one of the partners that makes a decision, and the third one could be if they're a little bit larger, is the person who's in charge of IT for the product that they were offering, right? So they create those personas, and that's the expanding part, and you generate insight. So you have a look at what they're saying on their social media, what are they posting on their blogs. If they are a public company, you go through their documentations. What did they talk about in their shareholder letter? All that information. You try to suck out all that information. Soon in Australia, we're going to be able to do intent-based analysis as well, right? Which how many people have heard of intent-based marketing? One. Yep. Okay. I'll briefly maybe explain intent-based. So there are companies that would partner with organizations that run ads, or any kind of organization who has a lot of pixels installed on a lot of different websites, and they will extract that data. They would know the IP address of people who are visiting those websites, and with intent-based marketing, they would say, hey, we know that from the IP address of NAB, there are 20 people who are reading about cloud security infrastructure. Therefore, we give a probability that NAB is in the market for cloud security infrastructure of 80%. Right? That's that in a nutshell. It's a bit more complicated than that, but that's intent-based marketing. The database is not as strong yet in Australia, but there are companies like Bombora who are advertising really hard here as well to basically provide that information. But that's intent-based marketing, and that's where you enrich your insights for the companies that you're targeting, right? Then you engage, you decide the kind of channels that you want to go after, and then you start the engagement. We'll elaborate a little bit more on this slide, and then you turn them into customers. So the customer part is there at the end, but that's the usual process that you go through with ABM.